Hey everyone, Slynx Tigress here, and today we're going to do a hero card review on the Black Knight. Alright, so it's September 2019, and the Knights of Avalon event has come out with a few new pretty cool heroes, and one of them is the Black Knight. So let's get into it. The Black Knight is a 5-star fire hero of the Barbarian class, which means if you max him out and you give him some emblems, he will get Wound, which is 60% damage over 5 turns. He's also part of this new kind of event family thing, the Avalon family. So for every hero you have on your team when you go into battle that is a part of the Avalon family, you're going to get bonuses for critical chance and also for healing. So, for example, if you have 2 Avalon heroes, on your team, then you'll get plus 15% critical chance and plus 4% healing, and so on. All right, so let's get into his stats. With an attack of 611, I'd say that's pretty low. Actually, it's kind of very low. Defense of 846. Whoo, that's very, 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 very high. And health of 1458, which is also very high. Let's get into his special skill. Just a flesh wound. I'm not sure if that's a Monty Python reference, but that's pretty cool. And also his little picture down here. Is he cussing? What is he doing? That's cool too. Right. With a mana speed of average, if you can get just a flesh wound, level 8 out of 8, the first thing it's going to do is the caster has a 50% chance to drop any received damage to 1 for 3 turns. The second thing it's going to do is the caster gets Taunt. That prevents enemies from using special skills on the caster's allies for 3 turns. And the third thing it's going to do is all allies get plus 45% attack and further 20% increase every time they are hit during 3 turns. Whoo! Yeah. Yeah. Wow. All right, so let's get into what is this? I'm yeah, I am yeah. Let's just take a moment and take that in. For those of you who completely understand what all this is. Whew. All right. Back to it. Okay, so I don't have Black Knight. I wish I did after reading that. So I haven't played with him, nor have I played against him. So if any of you guys have, please share your experience in the comments because I'm really, really interested in hearing what you guys got to say about him. But until then, let me try my best to explain what his special means. All right, so the first part of his special, the caster has a 50% chance to drop any received damage to 1 for 3 turns. That's exactly what it sounds like. I'm pretty sure what it's saying, and correct me if I'm wrong, guys, is that this Black Knight character has a 50% chance to drop any received damage to just 1 for 3 turns. So, yeah, that can render a lot of your enemies, a lot of enemy hits obsolete. Yeah, he pretty much turns like a lion into a kitten for 3 turns. Like, meow. All right. The caster gets Taunt. That prevents enemies from using special skills on the caster's allies. So what this means, and I don't know if any of you guys have Queen of Hearts, but it's kind of essentially very, very similar to what she does. And so Taunt is a really cool ability where it's essentially like your heroes going, na nanny boo boo, to your enemies and kind of creating a diversion. And so your enemies get all pissed off and just hit that hero that has Taunt and kind of forgets about your other heroes. So that buys some time for your other heroes. Given the high defense and high health, this is wonderful because these tanky type stats are going to keep him alive. He's for longer, so he'll be able to take those hits. So he can afford to say nanny boo boo because he's not going to go down very easily. And plus, with the whole 50% chance to drop received damage to 1 for 3 turns. So yeah, that's it's gonna be really hard to do damage to him. And the third thing he does is all allies get plus 45% attack and further 20% increase every time they are hit during the 3 turns. So that's kind of interesting, and I'm curious to see how that works out, because if he's the one kind of taking the hits, um, I'm curious how that's going to work out for your other heroes as far as getting a little bit of that attack boosted increase when they're hit for those 3 turns. So if you guys have experience with that, please, again, comment below. So you add that with the Barbarian Wound, that 60% damage over 5 turns, you got yourself a pretty gnarly hero. As far as placement, I would say a defense team would be kind of a great spot for this guy. I'm sure you could use him offensively as well, like maybe a more. I'm not sure how he'd play against Titans. It seems like he'd play pretty good, because he would probably render that Titan. He's got a 50% chance of rendering that Titan damage to 1. And, getting that taunt, the Titan can just kind of focus on him for a minute and give your other heroes a chance to kind of, get their specials or whatever they need to do. Gives you a little time to manipulate the board. And that attack boost is always great against Titans. So I'm going to take a wild guess and say he's probably great against Titans. Correct me if I'm wrong. Again, I don't have him. I haven't played with him yet. So, but yeah, he seems pretty much all around a pretty hardy hero that looks like a lot of fun to play with. Anywho, so a little nerd knowledge for you guys. Did you know that the Black Knight is a literary stock character who mask their identity and that of their liege by not displaying heraldry? Black Knights are usually portrayed as villainous figures who use this anonymity for misdeeds. They are often contrasted with the knight errant. So, anywho, let me know your thoughts on Black Knight. Do you have them? Do you like them? Do you dislike them? Got any questions? Comment below. I will try to do a little more research and get back to you as soon as humanly possible. If you are trying to summon the Black Knight, I really hope you get him. He seems really cool. I kind of hope I get him too. All right, guys. Have a good one. Bye.